Welcome to the Explainer. Apple just dropped iOS 26, a huge new software update for your iPhone. So today, we're going to break down what this actually means for you. Man, this update is one of the most polarizing we've seen in years, and it is sparking some intense debates online, like this one from a user on Reddit. Okay, so what's all the fuss about? Let's dive in and see. First up, let's talk about the one change you absolutely cannot miss, the brand new look. Apple went for something really different, and oh boy, the reactions are strong. So Apple's basically thrown out the flat design we've known for, over a decade now? And in its place, we get something they're calling liquid glass. The idea is to bring back a sense of depth. You've got transparency and these reflective, glassy elements on everything from your icons to the control center. Now, Apple might be calling it delightful, but let's just say the internet has some other words for it. You can see a theme here, right? People are saying it reminds them of old Winamp skins from back in the day. A lot of people feel like it's a throwback to the early 2000s. That arrow look from Windows Vista keeps coming up. The big complaint seems to be that it feels dated and honestly a little distracting. Okay, so the new look is controversial. But is that the whole story? Not even close. Because hiding under that shiny new surface is some seriously powerful new intelligence. All right, Section 2, the AI-powered iPhone. Let's get into the brains of this whole operation, what Apple is simply calling Apple Intelligence. So what exactly is Apple Intelligence? Well, it's basically a whole suite of AI tools baked right into the OS. Apple's big selling point here is privacy. It uses your personal info to be helpful, but it does all the heavy lifting right there on your device. Now, here's the big catch, and you're going to want to pay attention to this. These killer features, they only work on the iPhone 15 Pro and newer Pro models. So yeah, you need the latest and greatest hardware for this. Okay, this is where things get really cool. One of the standout tools is live translation. And it's not just some separate app. We're talking about getting a text in, say, Japanese, and it just translates automatically. Or you're on a phone call with someone in France, and you can hear a translation in real time. It's built right into your core apps, Messages, Phone, FaceTime, even your AirPods. But as you can see here, the feature is still a work in progress. If you look at the language support, you'll notice that text translation in Messages is way more robust. It supports a whole bunch of languages. But when you get to live audio for phone calls, the list gets a lot shorter. It just goes to show how much more complex it is to translate a real live voice conversation. And this is just a brilliant example of how much smarter the phone is getting. Check this out. You can take a screenshot of a concert flyer, right? And the phone sees the date and time. You can just tap it and add the event right to your calendar. No more typing in details. It's just plain smart. Okay, so we've talked about the big, flashy stuff. But honestly, sometimes it's the little things that make the biggest difference. iOS 26 is packed with these small, hidden gems that you're probably going to love in your day-to-day life. And here is the one that so many people have been screaming for. After nearly 2 decades, you can finally change the alarm snooze time. That default 9-minute snooze is gone if you want it to be. You can now set it anywhere from 1 to 15 minutes. A small change, but for some of us, a total game changer. This next one could be the feature that kills robocalls for good. Seriously, here's how it works. An unknown number calls you, but instead of your phone ringing, iOS 26 just answers it for you. It asks the caller who they are and why they're calling, and you see a live transcript of what they're saying right on your screen. Only then do you decide if you want to pick up. It's amazing. And the list of these little upgrades just keeps going. There's Hold Assist. Your iPhone will literally wait on hold for you during a customer service call and just ping you when a real person finally gets on the line. The lock screen will now tell you exactly how long until your battery's full. And it's finally easy to make a custom ringtone from an audio file. No more jumping through a million hoops. But, it's not all about convenience. Where iOS 26 really shines is in its accessibility updates. We're talking about features that are genuinely going to be life-changing for some people. This quote from Converge Accessibility really hits the nail on the head. For a lot of people, these aren't just cool new features. They are fundamental tools for independence and communication. And these tools are just profound. You've got eye tracking, which lets you control your entire iPhone or iPad just by looking at it. No extra hardware, nothing. Then there's Braille access, which creates a whole new interface designed from the ground up for Braille displays. And maybe most incredibly, personal voice. If someone is at risk of losing their ability to speak, they can create a secure digital version of their own voice. It's really incredible stuff. Okay, so after all of that, the good, the bad, and the brilliant, what's the final verdict? Should you upgrade right now? Or should you maybe wait? All right, first things first. Just a quick heads up, if you do hit that upgrade button, don't be surprised if your battery life kind of stinks for the first day or two. Apple says this is totally normal. Your iPhone is working overtime in the background, re-indexing all your files. Just give it a couple of days and it should get back to normal. When you really break it down, iOS 26 is like a story in 3 parts. First, you've got this super divisive new design. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. Then, you've got these incredibly powerful AI features, which are amazing, but only if you have one of the newest iPhones. And finally, you have these truly revolutionary accessibility tools that are a massive leap forward for the entire industry. And that kind of leaves us with one big question, right? Is Apple basically asking us to swallow this jarring new look in exchange for a device that's smarter, more inclusive, and more helpful than ever before? Whether that trade-off is worth it, well, that's really the core question of iOS 26, isn't it?